Alright, hello everybody, and welcome into the RNGIDP channel. Hello, and thank you for joining me tonight. Welcome to all the Al Red Sox fan viewers that I was just hanging out with over on his live stream. And welcome to my channel. Hopefully you are having a good evening. For those that are watching this after the fact on the YouTube, I appreciate you guys just as much. Thank you to you for stopping in and giving this series a chance. What I'm doing here is I'm taking the 2015 Strat-O-Matic baseball set, and I've randomized all the teams, and I've put them into new teams, and I've changed the leagues so that there's no divisions. It's just a league with 15 teams in it. We've got one called the Kanto League, one called the Alola League. Kanto League is like the National League, pitchers hit. The Alola League is like the AL, and we have a designated hitter. I'm going to take the winner of each league, and we're going to play a championship series after 30 days, 28 games in 30 days. We will decide our regular season champions, and those two from each league one from each league will play each other in a championship series to determine the winner of the RNGIDP randomized Nuz League for the 2015 baseball set. So that's how this thing is working. We are in game day 16. We are in the AL side. I play the KL first, all 7 games on each game day, and then I play the AL. I think towards the beginning of the series I did 1 and 1, one KL game, one AL game, one KL game, one AL game, but switching back and forth between the no DH to the DH, my brain didn't work too well. I was making mistakes, and it's easier for me to just get locked into the pitcher batting for 7 games in a row and then not having the pitcher bat for 7 games in a row. The strategy works better for my brain that way. So that's how we're doing it, and right now we are in game day 16. This is the 3rd game in game day 16. It will be the Cleveland Spindas with Madison Bumgarner on the hill, traveling to Tampa to take on the Tampa Bay Mantine, and Colby Lewis matching up with Bumgarner. Neither of these pitchers have pitched up to their names so far in this season. Colby Lewis, who will be starting for for Tampa Bay, has pitched in 15 1/3 innings. He's gone 0-1. He's given up 20 hits, 12 earned runs. He does have 12 strikeouts and 5 walks. That's a 7.06 ERA and a whip at just over 1.6. So he's looking to get back on track tonight, and he will face a tough order for Cleveland. Cleveland has some good batters, and when they get hot, it's hard to stop them, and you'll see why in here 1 second. Cleveland comes into this game, though, 7-7, and they'll take on Tampa, who's 6-8. There are 1 game between the two, but 2 teams between them. And that would be Detroit and Minnesota are squeezed in between Cleveland and Tampa Bay in the standings. Cleveland is 10th. Tampa Bay is 13th, 15. So here's the lineup for Cleveland. You've got Alcides Escobar that leads off for Cleveland. And let me get the stats here 1 moment. Alcides Escobar is the shortstop. He's hitting .286 with 3 doubles, a triple, and 2 stolen bases, the only 2 on the team. Yangervis Solarte is the second baseman. Solarte's batting average is 5 for 35 right now. I believe he was injured early in the season. He's got 4 doubles, though. George Springer is the DH. He's hitting .327. That average has come up quite a bit, actually, with 3 doubles and 3 home runs, with the team lead 12 runs batted in. Bryce Harper is the right fielder. He hits left. He's batting cleanup. Harper is hitting .171. That is way below his card. His card is a .330 average. Not good. He's due a few hits, and we'll see if he can get it tonight. Logan Morrison is hitting 6 for 34, 6 hits and 34 at bats. And he'll bat 5th. In the 6th spot will be Brett Laurie. Laurie's hitting 7 for 29. And it'll be Giovanni Soto, the catcher. He's hitting .140 He's got a pair of doubles, but that's the only extra base hits he has. Logan Schaefer is hitting in 8th, and he's the center fielder. Schaefer's at 234 right now. And Shane Robinson rounds out the order in the 9th spot. Schaefer is at 234. Or, excuse me, this is Shane Robinson. Shane Robinson's at 378 with 4 doubles and 2 triples. So these bats for Cleveland have not waken up for the most part this season. And so they will look to do that here against a pretty good pitcher in Colby Lewis. This should be a fun game. I'm glad you're here with me. And let's see who we've got in the chat tonight. We've got Al Red Sox fan who just wrapped up his game. It was a good game, and you should go check his channel out. Al Red Sox fan doing his thing every single night. You think I stream a lot. Al Red Sox fan is there every single night for multiple hours. And we've got Chris Lamoth here. Chris, welcome back. Happy to have you here. Hopefully you're enjoying your Strat-O-Matic baseball. And we are ready to roll here. Colby Lewis will face Escobar, Solarte, and Springer. Getting things rolling. It is a 6-7. And Escobar is going to lead this game off with a single plopped out into right field. So we are underway. Al Red Sox fan is already hitting the hay. He's going to listen on his Kindle. Al Red Sox fan, thank you for joining us. Solarte is up to bat. Escobar is a B stealer. So they're going to have to hold him. Let's check out the catcher. The catcher is Derek Norris. He's a -1 arm. So it'll be a 1-9 if Escobar is going to run. He is not. And Solarte is going to line up on the left-hand side of the box. So this is a 6-3. A 6-3 is a ballpark single chance. And here in Tampa, it's a 1-4. That is going to be hit too hard as the second baseman, Colton Wong, is going to snag it out of the air. And there's one away. So one out now, and it'll be the heart of the order. George Springer, followed by Bryce Harper. Springer, it's a 6-4. A 6-4 is a fly ball center field X. The center fielder is Randall Grichuk today. This one might be trouble. He's a 3-range center fielder, and we rolled a 2, and that one gets past him and rolls to the wall, and Springer's going to have himself a double. Escobar, he had to wait to see if it got caught, so he's only going to be able to make it to third. He had to freeze on the ball to see if the center fielder Grichuk would catch it, so he only ends up at third. But now you've got runners at second and third with one out and Bryce Harper at the plate. So Cleveland's got something brewing here in the first inning. Will he be able to push home some runs? And will Colby Lewis pitch to Bryce Harper? Bryce Harper in the first inning is going to get the intentional pass. No reason to pitch to Harper here. Put him on base. And it'll be Logan Morrison with the bases loaded. Lomo in the 5th spot, the first baseman. What will they do with the infield? Are they going to try and get the double play, or are they going to give up a run to get an out? They're going to try and they're going to bring the infield in. Infield is in. Colby Lewis against Bryce. Oh, this is not Bryce Harper. We already walked Bryce Harper. It'll be Logan Morrison. And Logan Morrison pops this one up on the infield. The second baseman, Colton Wong, calls everybody up. And that'll be the second out, and a big one there. So Harper walked intentionally, and Logan Morrison pops out. The trouble's not over yet. It'll be Brett Lowry. Brett Lowry's got a pretty good 2-column there. Anything in the mid to upper range in that 2-column, it'll be a hit. The infield returns back to normal depth, and Lowry gets the pitch. It's a 5-3. Oh boy, Brett Lowry sends this one out deep to left field. Does it have to get up and out? A 1-5, and it'll be a grand slam for Brett Lowry. It's a 13, so the left fielder Jason Worth at the track, at the wall, and makes the grab. Brett Lowry hit it well enough to get people out of their seats, but they exhale as Jason Worth makes the catch at the wall. Colby Lewis plays with fire there in the top of the first, but comes out of it unscathed as no runs scored after 3 runners have reached base. And let me take a deep breath as we move to the bottom of the first, and Cleveland sends Madison Bumgarner out to the hill. Let's take a look at Mad Bum's numbers. He's 1-2 on the season. Not a great record for Mad Bum. He's pitched in 19 1/3 innings. He's only given up 15 hits, 10 earned runs, though. That's a high number. 24 strikeouts as opposed to 2 walks. So people are getting hits off of him, and the defense probably isn't helping him out much. He's got a 4.66 ERA with a whip under 1 at 88.88. So Mad Bum will face this lineup for Tampa Bay. We've already seen most of these guys in the field, but we'll take a look here at their numbers as they come to bat. Colton Wong is the second baseman, as we've seen. He's a shade under 200 right now. He's got 5 doubles, though, in his 11 hits. Brandon Crawford is the shortstop. Crawford is hitting 283, a respectable number. 4 doubles and 4 home runs for him. 4 home runs leads the team, and as does his RBI count of 10. Chris Bryant is the first baseman. Chris Bryant plays first, and he's hitting 163. Not sure what's up with Chris Bryant and his card right now. Maybe it's that he's playing first base every day. He's freaking out about it. Manny Machado is the third baseman, hence why Chris Bryant is at first. Machado is batting cleanup. He's hitting 236 with 6 doubles and a homer. Jason Worth is in the 5 spot, the left fielder who ended the last inning. Jason Worth is 4 for 17 in his trips. Hanley Ramirez is the DH. Ramirez is 222 for his batting average, and he's yet to hit a home run. Gerardo Parra is the right fielder. Parra is 185 right now. He does have a couple of bombs, but that average needs to come up. Randall Grichuk is at 157, so even worse than Parra. He's the center fielder. He doesn't have any homers yet. And it's Derek Norris, the catcher. Norris is hitting a respectable 271 with 4 doubles and 5 home runs, which leads the squad. He only has 6 RBI, though, so those guys in front of him aren't getting on base for him to knock home. So, Mad Bum will take a look at this Tampa lineup and perhaps lick his lips, as this lineup hasn't really hit very well. Tampa has scored 51 runs on the season, while giving up 69. That's a minus 18 run differential. Meanwhile, Cleveland has scored only 47 runs. That's third worst in all of the AL. Well, they've given up 78, so the pitching has left Cleveland wishing for more. But they've got their ace on the mound today, Madison Bumgarner, and here he's ready to order for Tampa. It's a 1-6, and he plunks Colton Wong. Wong was kind of hanging his head over the top of the home plate, and he gets plunked, and he'll make it down to first. So Wong is aboard, and he is a B stealer. Giovanni Soto is a 0 arm, so it would be a 1-10 to try and steal against Madison Bumgarner and Soto. And they may do that, actually. Will they do that? They're going to let Crawford hit first, and they might steal with Wong. This is a 5-11. A 5-11 is a ballpark single chance. Brandon Crawford has a 1-4, and no, that's going to be snagged by the second baseman, Solarte. And there's 1 out. So 1 away. Colton Wong is at first after getting plunked by a pitch. And now it's Chris Bryant. Bryant has struggled at the plate. And knowing that, Colton Wong is going to take a long look and stretch his lead at first. A 1-10, and this will be a stolen base. And he goes, a 1-10. It's a 9, so he just gets under the tag as he swipes that bag. Soto almost got him. but that's a stolen base for Colton Wong. And now Chris Bryant has a man on second in scoring position in Colton Wong. Chris Bryant, that card is a lot better than he's performed so far. And it's going to be swing and a miss. Chris Bryant just continuing to struggle. He strikes out. That's the second out of the inning. And Madison Bumgarner only has to deal with Manny Machado now with a runner in scoring position. Bottom of the first, no score. Cleveland and Tampa Bay here on the RNGIDP channel. This is a 3-9, and Machado strikes out. So Mad Bum plunks the first batter, and then gets the next 3 in a row to get out of the inning. And that'll be it for the first. We move to the second. It's a scoreless ball game. Cleveland and Tampa. I hope you're doing well tonight. I am fighting off that daylight savings time, man. It usually doesn't hit me that hard. But today, man, I've been just dragging all day. So Colby Lewis will face Giovanni Soto, Logan Schaefer, and Shane Robinson, the 7, 8, 9 batters. And here is Soto. 1-10. And that's a ballpark single chance. Lots of those early. And it's a 1. That's going to be a single for Soto to lead off the second. So Soto, he's on board, and it'll be Logan Schaefer. And he's an A bunter, but Soto, will they advance him? Nah, they're going to let Schaefer hit. It's a 3-4. A 3-4 is a ballpark single chance. A 1-4, as I've mentioned, that is a 9, so that's not going to get it done as Logan Schaefer hits one hard, but you got it right at Colton Wong, and there's one out. So now it'll be Shane Robinson with one away. Soto at first. Robinson has actually hit pretty decently on the season so far, especially in that 9 spot. But here he lifts one medium depth out to center field, and Randall Grichuk isn't going to have a problem with that one. He takes a couple of steps back, and he makes the catch. So 2 away. The Dice Gods have not been with Chris Bryant so far. That is true. They really haven't. Bryant has struggled. Alcides Escobar is up for the second time. He singled in the first inning. Made it all the way to third base, but couldn't score. And this is going to be a single out to center field. Soto off with the pitch with 2 outs. He's going to make it all the way to third. So Escobar has his second hit of the day. Both of them singles. And a 2-out hit. It's runners on the corners for Solarte. Colby Lewis thought he might be able to get out of the inning quickly after a leadoff single. But Escobar extends the inning, and now it'll be Solarte's turn. He's 0 for 1. He hit it hard, but right at the second baseman. And it's a 1-7. This is going to get a run home. It's a single. It plopped out into center field. And that'll bring Soto home from third. Solarte with an RBI. And Cleveland opens the account here. It'll be a RBI single for Solarte, and Cleveland takes a 1-0 lead here in the top of the second. So the inning was extended by Escobar, and Solarte comes through with a big-time RBI. And now it's George Springer with 2 down. Runners on first and second, Escobar and Solarte. First and third. Escobar is able to take the extra base with 2 outs. He was off with the pitch. And it's a 3-7. And Springer swings right through that one. Gets no baseball. And Lewis limits the damage to only 1 run after a swinging strikeout from George Springer. So that'll end the inning. End the top of the inning, But Cleveland dents the scoreboard first. It's a 1-0 Cleveland lead here as Madison Bumgarner makes his way back onto the hill. He'll face Jason Worth, Hanley Ramirez, and Gerardo Parra. Bumgarner's already got 2 strikeouts on the day. And Worth sees the pitch, and this one is hit well out to left field. Will it be deep enough? It's a ballpark home run chance, a 1-5, and it's out of here. It's an 18, so the wind gets it and blows it back, kills it out in the outfield, and the left fielder, Shane Robinson, able to track it down. So Worth gave it a ride, and not hard enough, not on today. And now it'll be Hanley Ramirez. Hanley Ramirez, the DH today, and Jerry Ball checking in. Welcome, Jerry. Happy that you're here. Hanley Ramirez sees the pitch from Mad Bum. It's a 2-4, and he bounces one harmlessly over to Escobar at short. Escobar gobbles it up and fires it to first. There's 2 down. Just underway here. Tampa trails, though, 1-0 here in the bottom of the second. And Gerardo Parra, lefty on lefty here. He's going to loop a fastball out to left field. And that'll be a 2-out single against Madison Bumgardner. A little lefty on lefty violence there for Parra as he just lifts one over the head of the shortstop and just plops one perfectly out into the well-manicured grass out in left field. And now it'll be Randall Grichuk against Bumgardner. It's a 5-8. A 5-8. Oh, this could be trouble. This might get to the wall if the center fielder Schaefer can't get to it. A 1-3, and it's a triple. That is going to be a single, a 2-star single. So Parra with 2 outs, able to get on his horse and make it to third on a single from Randall Grichuk. And just like Cleveland in the top half, extending the inning with 2 outs. Here this Tampa Bay does the same thing. Will they be able to cash in off Madison Bumgardner? D. Scott Howard checking in. What's up, D. Scott? Nice little crowd here tonight. Welcome. And that'll be Derek Norris at the bottom of the order, who leads the team in home runs. And this is a 1-7. A 1-7, and Derek Norris is going to come through again. The only hit on that one column. And he comes through in the clutch again. Derek Norris with an RBI single. That'll drive in Parra from third. Grichuk able to make it to third. And Derek Norris does it again, and that'll be 7 RBI for Derek Norris out of that 9 spot. So Norris comes up clutch. He's been doing that all season. I've thought about moving him up in the order, especially with the guys in front of him struggling, but I just wanted to leave well enough alone. And Norris continues to prove he's decent with that bat. So now it's Colton Wong at the top of the order. He got hit by a pitch in the first and then stole a base and was stranded at second. Here he's got runners on the corners, tied it up at 1, and it's a 5-7, and he's going to get caught looking at a pitch right down the middle, and Bumgardner locks him up for the strikeout. So Bumgardner gets the damage to 1 run, but Tampa comes back to tie it up here in the second. It's a 1-1 ball game as we move to the top of the third. And this is a good ball game. Both of these teams looking to keep track of Texas. Texas leading the league at 10-4. Well, before yesterday's game. If you didn't watch that, I won't give it away, but go check that out. And Colby Lewis makes his way back out. He'll face Harper, Morrison, and Laurie. Harper gets a pitch to hit there. That's a 1-8, and it's just going to be a single. It sounded a lot louder than it was, and that'll be looped out there into left for a single. Lewis thought it went further, too. He thought it was out of here. He kind of rubbernecked it a little bit, but only a single, a loud single. And now to be Logan Morrison. Lomo, he hit one hard, but a mile high, and Colton Wong was able to get underneath it. And this is a 2-9. A 2-9. This one is hit a mile high as well, just a little bit further out into center field. And Randall Grichuk is going to make the play this time. So 1 away. D. Scott Howard is rolling a little soccer blast and watching YouTube baseball. I like that about you, D. Scott, that you're a soccer guy, because I am very much a soccer guy. Even though I play on the YouTube some baseball, I am very much a soccer guy. Brett Lowry, and maybe someday I'll reveal to you how much of a soccer guy I am. Brett Lowry now with the runner on first. It's a 3-6, and Lowry swings and misses. That is strikeout number 2 for Colby Lewis, and the second out here in the top of the third. And now it'll be Giovanni Soto. Soto led off the second with a single, and he came around to score the only run for Cleveland so far. This is a 6-8. Not this time. He's going to lift one out to center. Grichuk's been busy, and he will make the catch out in center field. And just like that, after the leadoff single, it's a 1-2-3. And we are in the middle of the third. It's a 1-1 ball game. Tampa and Cleveland. Jerry's having a classic Negro League match. It's the 42 KC Monarchs playing the 35 Pittsburgh Crawfords. Well, go Kansas City Monarchs. My wife is from Kansas City, so go Monarchs. Brandon Crawford, the shortstop, followed by Chris Bryant and Manny Machado due up here. Those three are 0 for 3 so far in the game. And this is going to be a single out to left field and Crawford. So Crawford's aboard to lead off the bottom of the third. And now it'll be Chris Bryant. We'll see how low his average can go. And Chris Bryant sees the pitch. It's a 5-8. A 5-8. Well, he's going to get a hit here. A 1-3, and it's a triple. It's a 5, so he just misses it. The center fielder, Schaefer, scoots over into the gap to cut it off, but it'll be a single, and Crawford is going to be able to make it all the way to third after the center fielder had to slide to make the grab before stopping it to getting to the wall. So Crawford is at third. Bryant is at first. And there's nobody out with runners on the corners. So Mad Bum has got some work to do here, and he'll face Manny Machado. Jerry Ball says soccer and no meat. I'm not sure about you, Craig. Well, this is true. Jerry, you don't know the half of it. Manny Machado now. They're going to bring the infield in against Manny Machado. It's a 3-9, and Mad Bum gets him to strike out again. Swinging strikeout, and that's 4 now for Mad Bum. And there's one out, a big out there. Now they can play with the infield back, looking for the double play. And they will do that with Jason Worth up to the bat. And it's a 6-12. Is Worth the DH? No, he's not, thankfully, as Mad Bum would have gotten hurt there. But a 6-12 against the righty. That is a ground ball pitcher X. The pitcher is Mad Bum. He is a 2-range pitcher. A 2.6 is going to his E rating, which is a 7. So can Madison Bumgarner turn the double? He's an E7. We rolled a 7. 7 and a ground ball A, so Mad Bum makes a nice stabbing grab. He turns and fires over to the shortstop, Escobar, and Escobar onto Morrison at first. It's a 1-6-3 double play, and that'll get him out of the inning as Jason Worth hits the ground with his bat in frustration as he grounded into a double play, and nobody will score. Bryant out at second, and Crawford stuck at third as we reach the end of the third. It's a 1-1 ball game. Big time pitching by Madison Bumgarner there to get out of that inning. Runners on the corners with nobody out, and nobody scored. Jerry says your wife is from Kansas. That's barbecue beef country. Well, Jerry, I hate to break it to you, Jerry, but after we've been married almost 10 years now, she has gone vegetarian as well. And I promise you, it's not of my doing. I promise you, I had nothing to do with it. She watched about 25 documentaries on Netflix about meat and the industry and all that stuff, and I had nothing to do with it, I swear, promise you. But she decided she was going to be a vegetarian as well, so independent of me, she came to that decision. Just having it, I have to clear that up. Logan Schaefer to lead it off here in the top of the fourth against Colby Lewis. Schaefer's 0 for 1, and it's a 6-5, and Schaefer pops this one up to the second baseman. That's Colton Wong underneath it, and that's one out here in the top of the fourth. Now Shane Robinson, he's 0 for 1. He flew out to Grichuk in center field his first time. And it's a 4-8, and that's going to be a base hit. A 1-10, it's a double, and it is, as Robinson goes shopping at the gap. And he'll be aboard at second with one out. Jerry says, go Cleveland. D. Scott Howard says there's a bunch of undercover soccer fans here on YouTube. Well, I'd love to make them not undercover. I'd like to get to know those guys. And Alcides Escobar with a 1-8. Runner on second, trying to score, and that's a center field B. So that one is hit out to, guess who? Randall Grichuk. And that'll be the first time that Escobar has been retired today. He had 2 singles previous to that. 2 outs now, and Colby Lewis looking to get out of this inning. But Solarte had an RBI single his last time up. He's got Robinson out there at second. And that's a 1-9, and that is going to drive home the run. A 1-6, it's a triple, and so Solarte hits one out to the gap. It rolls around, and that'll be an RBI triple for Yangervis Solarte off of Colby Lewis. Here in the top of the fourth, Shane Robinson is going to score from second easily as Cleveland drives home another run and take the lead back on an RBI triple from Yangervis Solarte. He's driven in runs today. So now it'll be George Springer, who's doubled himself and also struck out. And Springer sees the pitch. It's a 4-5, and this will get Lewis out of it as that is hit out to Grichuk in center. And Grichuk barely has to move, and he'll make the grab. So that'll get out of the inning, but not before Cleveland puts another picket in the fence. And it's a 2-1 ball game as we head to the bottom of the fourth. Mad Bum will face Ramirez, Parra, and Grichuk here in the bottom of the fourth. Ramirez is 0 for 1, Parra is 1 for 1, and Grichuk is 1 for 1. And now it is a 1-7, and that's going to be single out to left field. Ramirez has his first hit of the ball game, and it's a leadoff single against Madison Bumgardner. Bumgardner, talked to him before the game, and he's disappointed that he's in the AL as he can't show off those mad biceps and those pipes at the plate in this league. Thought about playing him at DH. He's a number 7 normal batter. His card would be a 7. Is that better than Hanley Ramirez's? Yeah, possibly. We'll see. Maybe I might pull that later in the season. Here, Gerardo Parra, it's a 2-6. This is lifted harmlessly out to center field. Logan Schaefer will make the grab. And there's one. And now Randall Grichuk. He's been busy out in the field today. He's also got a base hit, his one time up to the plate. And it's a 5-8. And he's going to get another hit as this is a chance for a triple, but it's a single, a 2-star single. And so Ramirez, not the runner that he used to be, but he'll still make it to third as Randall Grichuk has himself a single here in the fourth. 2 for 2 today is Grichuk. Now there's one out, and there's the man again, Derek Norris, coming up clutch. He had an RBI single back in the second inning, and here they're going for a double play. Derek Norris, the catcher, is not a great runner. So the infield is back, looking for the double play ball. This is a 6-10. This will be a fly ball center field C, so not going to get the double play, but Derek Norris is going to drive home another run, as that is going to be a sacrifice out to center field, and Schaefer, he makes the throw, but is not going to be close, and Derek Norris will drive in Ramirez from third, and just like that, Norris ties it up again. It's a 2-2 ball game. Colton Wong is the man at the plate. Still a runner at first. That's Randall Grichuk. And Wong gets the pitch. It's a 1-6. And he's hit by the pitch again. Something about the way that Wong stands over the base. Stands over the plate, I should say. And it's just not working for Madison Bumgarner. He plunked him again. So that'll push Grichuk to second. And now there's runners on first and second, 2 outs, and Brandon Crawford up to the plate. He's 1 for 2. It's a 6-10. A 6-10, this is going to get him out of it. That's a fly ball out to center, or to left field. Shane Robinson has a beat on it, and he'll make the catch. And so we continue here to the 5th. Whatever Cleveland can do, Tampa can do. They've scored in the same innings. It's a 2-2 ball game. Jerry Ball says Bumgarner's an old school ball player. Pitches and hits. He does, and that's why I've thought about playing him as DH on his off days. I've thought about it. Haven't done it yet, but definitely thought about it, because if you look at the bench for Tampa, it's not like anybody's jumping off the page to be the DH. Hanley Ramirez is the obvious fit because he is a DH. But if you look at Tampa's bench, you've got Lobaton, Jaso, Brendan Ryan, Descalso, and Nunez. None of those guys are busting the doors down. It might be fun to have Bumgarner be a DH one of these days for Tampa. But Bryce Harper is up now. He's 1 for 1. He singled and was intentionally walked. And this is Colby Lewis to face him. And oh boy, that one column is a disaster. And he finds the one strikeout on it. So Colby Lewis playing with fire with the pitch on the inside part of the plate. But he gets Harper to come out of his shoes swinging. And he misses the ball. And there's 1 out. Harper just came out of his shoes looking to hit that ball a mile. And he took his eye off the ball and just swung right past it. Now it's Logan Morrison. That's a 6-12. And he is not the DH. No, he's the first baseman. 6-12, and Lomo is going to draw a walk. So runner on base, that's Logan Morrison. He's down there with the walk. And it'll be Brett Lawrie now. Lawrie's 0 for 2. And a 3-6, that's going to be a strikeout. So Lewis figuring out the strikeout pitch. He's got 4 now. And 2 outs here in the top of the 5th. And it'll be up to Giovanni Soto to keep the inning going. Runner on first, that's Logan Morrison. And here it's 3-9. And Soto puts a hold in this one. Gets a hold of this one. A 1-16, and it's out of here. And Soto clears the wall. That's a home run. A 2-run shot for Giovanni Soto off of Colby Lewis. And Soto with a 2-run bomb. And that'll put 2 runs on the board for Cleveland, and they take the lead back again. Logan Morrison comes around from first. They say walks will always come around and hurt you, won't they? And that one adds another run as Soto, with a 2-run bomb, a 2-out shot against Colby Lewis. And now it's Logan Schaefer. Logan Schaefer against the righty. It's a 1-6, and this is going to get Lewis out of the inning as this one is chopped down to Crawford at short, and that'll be the 3rd out. But Cleveland finally puts a crooked number on the board as they score 2 here in the top of the 5th and take a 4-2 lead over Tampa as we move to the bottom of the 5th. Are you at the bottom of your 5th? Well, go get a new one and bring me one. Mad Bum will face Chris Bryant, Manny Machado, and Jason Worth. And it's a 6-11, and that's a fly ball, right field X. The right fielder is Bryce Harper. Bryce Harper is a 2 range. A 213 is going to go to his E rating. He's an E8, and we rolled a 6. An E8, we rolled a 6, so Bryce Harper, running like a madman. He always makes it look more difficult than it is. And his hat flies off, his hair gets in his eyes, and he can't see the ball. And it gets past him. That's going to be a 2-base error as Bryce Harper, he gets up quickly and he flicks the hair out of his eyes like it's a shampoo commercial. He goes and chases the baseball down, but not before Chris Bryant is standing at second on a 2-base error by Bryce Harper. That's just maybe the break that Chris Bryant needed to get rolling. He's been struggling, but now he's aboard at second. And Tampa's got something moving here in the bottom of the 5th. Manny Machado now, nobody out. And this is a 4-7. A 4-7, and Machado is frozen on a pitch on the inside part of the plate, and he will strike out for the 3rd time today. Bumgarner only has 5 strikeouts, and 3 of them have come against Manny Machado. Rough day for him. And now Jason Worth. Worth is 0 for 2. And he's got a RBI just waiting to be out there at second. This is a 5-6, and Jason Worth's caught looking. That error really made Mad Bum mad, and just like Hulk Hogan, he gets up off the mat and just smacks himself in the face a few times, and now he's ready to roll. And it'll be Hanley Ramirez. He's 1 for 2. He scored a run back in the 4th. And Ramirez, that's a 1-3. This is a first base X chance. Will Logan Morrison be able to make a play and get out of the inning? Logan Morrison is a 3-range first baseman. 313 is going to his E rating, which is an E5. So a pretty good fielder. And we rolled a 5. A 5, so Lomo gets down and dirty and dives to rob one down the line. And Lomo will toss it over to Mad Bum, covering first. And the 2-base error does not come back to haunt him, as Bumgarner gets him in order after that. And Tampa finally doesn't answer back after Cleveland scores. We move to the top of the 6th. It's a 4-2 ball game. Cleveland leading Tampa here. And this has been pretty fun. Glad you guys are here watching it. So now it'll be Shane Robinson, Escobar, and Solarte. Jerry says, all that money and Harper can't afford a haircut. Yeah, the hair got in his eyes there. Shane Robinson, he's 1 for 2. He doubled his last time against Colby Lewis, who continues here. And Lewis makes a nice pitch, and that one is chopped right back to him. And he'll make the simple toss over to first, and he'll get Robinson. And there's 1 away. Escobar has been aboard twice, 2 singles. But Lewis figured him out last time as he flew out to center. And this time it'll be a fly ball out to right field. Gerardo Parra doesn't have long hair. We'll see if he can make this play. It's going to be a tough one. He's a right fielder, 2-range. And it's a 1, and so Parra makes a diving catch, but he's not gonna make the catch. They say he trapped it, and Escobar with his good wheels is gonna be on second. They're gonna credit him with a double. Gerardo Parra waving at the umpire saying he caught it, but on replay it shows that obviously he did trap it. Nice try though, Para. He did well to get to the ball, but couldn't get the umpire to buy that one. And so Escobar is on second with a double. And of course the man Solarte is at the plate. He's halfway to the cycle. He's got a single and a triple. Lewis sees the pitch, and it's a 7. This is going to drive home another run for Solarte, as that's a 3. So that'll be another RBI single, as Solarte will drive home Escobar from second on a single out to center field. And Solarte is just eating up Colby Lewis, and maybe we should have taken Lewis out before that, but too late now, as Solarte has his 3rd hit of the ball game. And I think that will finally chase Colby Lewis, as we have Springer, Harper, and Morrison up. Actually, you know what? They're going to let Lewis pitch to the righty Springer, and then they'll get a lefty for Harper and Morrison. So Lewis, he's got a man out first, and that's Solarte. And here's the pitch to Springer, and that's going to be a ballpark single chance, a 1-4, and it's a single, and yep, just his luck, that's a single, as Springer will chase Colby Lewis from this game with a single. And so Colby Lewis is going to come out of the ball game, and they will go get a lefty. And who will that lefty be, you say? I don't know yet. Let's see. It'll be T.J. McFarland. When I can find his card, there it is. Not many left-handed options out in the Tampa bullpen, but they're going to go get T.J. McFarland. They also have Christian Friedrich, but he has burned some bridges for Tampa, and his manager, me, has decided not to use his card again if I don't have to, unless it's a long relief situation. He's gotten blown up on a few occasions this season so far. So McFarland comes in relief of Colby Lewis. Lewis went 5 innings plus, no, 5 in the 3rd inning. He gave up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 hits. A hit parade off Lewis. He struck out 4. And he walked 1, 2 batters. So do it for him on the day. And now McFarland has the job to try and get 2 tough lefties in Harper and Lomo. 1 out. Runners on first and second with Bryce Harper at the plate. It's a 2-8, and he gets Bryce Harper swinging. So a good start here for McFarland, and there's 2 outs. Now it'll be Logan Morrison. Logan Morrison, he is 0 for 2 with a walk on the day. And here against the lefty, it's a 1-7. And this will get him out of it as he hits one out to Wong at second. And Wong will go to first to convert the out. And McFarland does his job. And we have reached the middle of the 6th, but not before Cleveland adds another one. It's a 5-2 ball game here in the middle of the 6th. Parr is a former Diamondback. Yeah, he's a current Rocky, too. I hope he has another good season. Last year, well, when he first came to the Rockies, a couple years ago, he was not very good. And then last year, he turned it around. He's pretty good last year. Hoping that he does the same this year. Speaking of Parr, he's up here. He's 1 for 2. He'll face Madison Bumgarner for the 3rd time. And it's a 6-4. 6-4 is a ground ball shortstop X. And that'll be Alcides Escobar, who is a 1-range shortstop. So 116 is going to be a nice play. Escobar smoothly makes a nice play and gets his man par at first with ease. There's one out. So now it'll be Randall Grichuk. Grichuk is 2 for 2 against Mad Bum. 2 singles. And it's a 1, which is a good column for Grichuk. 1-7. Oh no, we just missed the home run. Look at that. A 1-8, it was a homer. A 1-9, it's a ballpark homer. A 1-10, it's a ballpark homer. A 6, and it's a triple most likely. Oh, Grichuk just missed it. And he knows it as he swings through a pitch that he wants back. That's 7 strikeouts for Madison Bumgarner now. And there's 2 away. Derek Norris now. He's got 2 RBIs. And here he'll see a pitch, a 6-4. That's a grounder to shortstop. And Escobar is going to have a tough chance here. And he's going to make the play. A tough chance. And only a 1-range shortstop would make it. But the slow-running Derek Norris helps. And it's a 1-2-3 inning for Madison Bumgarner. After being given the lead for the 3rd time, he is not wasting it. And we move to the 7th. It's a 5-2 ball game. Jerry is excited about Cleveland doing well here. TJ McFarland has done his job, and he is back in the bullpen. And we will go to a righty, and it will be Jared Hughes. So McFarland gets the 2 lefties, and he will make way for Jared Hughes. McFarland went 2/3 of an inning, no hits, no runs. Struck out 1. That closes the book on Lewis. He gives up 5 runs, and all of them were earned. And I keep saying 6, don't I? It is a 5-0 ball game, a 5-2 ball game. So Jared Hughes comes on. He'll face Lowry, Soto, and Schaefer. And it's a 1-8, and that's a strikeout for Hughes, the first man he's seen. 3 strikeouts in a row now for Brett Lowry. And we've got 1 out here in the top of the 7th. Castro. Ken Castro, how you doing? Welcome back. Yeah, Parra hit pretty well last season, and he came up big at the end of the year. He ended up at 309. He hit it pretty well. And Soto now, he's 2 for 3 with a homer today. And this one is hit well again. It's a 1-5 chance at a homer. And it is not. That one is going to be caught at the wall by Jason Worth. So he gave another one a ride. But now there's 2 outs. Ken Castro, the jet setter. Welcome. Thank you for gracing us. This is Logan Schaefer against the righty Jared Hughes. And that one is a grounder to the 3rd base. That'll be Machado with his first chance here today. And Manny Machado, this is a 3rd base 1. And a 111 is going to his E rating, which is a 20. We rolled an 8. And that's going to be an error from Machado. So Schaefer is aboard on an error from Manny Machado. Not every day you see that. And you'll have to give me 1 minute. I've got to be right back. Hold on 1 second. All right, sorry about the delay. We had a, you could say a rain delay, as I heard one of my boys. He was calling for me. He wanted some water. So we're all good. Where were we? Logan Schaefer reached on an error, and so he's aboard at first with 2 outs. Manny Machado made the error, and it's Shane Robinson, the number 9 batter. He's 1 for 3 on the day. And Ken says he's stranded in Tulsa. What do you mean you're stranded in Tulsa? Is there bad weather out in the Midwest that I don't know about? Or is your luggage gone? Shane Robinson, let's see here. How is he going to fare against Jared Hughes? This will be a 2-6. Well, not very well, as he lifts one lazily out to left field. And Jason Worth will make that play. So that's the end of the top of the 7th. We've reached the stretch. And it's a 5-2 ball game. Tampa not out of it yet. Oh, I wrote a 5, didn't I? That's a 0. Tampa not out of it yet, but they got to start putting some runs on the board and do it against Madison Bumgarner. But Bumgarner turned the lineup over. This will be the 4th time through the lineup that he will face. And it'll be Colton Wong. It is the stretch, so it is the Al Red Sox fan is heading to bed inning. If you had the 7th, then proceed to the ticket window and in your earnings. So Madison Bumgarner will face Colton Wong here. In the bottom of the 7th, it's a 4-7, and Colton Wong is sat down looking for the 2nd time today. That's 8 Ks now for Bumgarner. D. Scott Howard's rolling a soccer game. He's got Houston Dash against the Chicago Red Stars. Some women's soccer tonight. Christian Press scored a PK, huh? All right. Press has 4 shots on goal through 26 minutes. She is on fire. Brandon Crawford now to face the lefty Madison Bumgarner. And he dribbles one down to first. And Lomo will pick it up. And he'll just step on the bag. There's 2 outs. Chris Bryant now. He's had a interesting game. He's singled. He's also reached on a 2-base error as Bryce Harper's hair got in his face, trying to make a diving catch. And now Bryant with 2 outs against Bumgarner. He'll swing and miss. Another 1-2-3 inning. And that's 9 Ks for Bumgarner, who's getting stronger as the game moves along here. So quickly, we are through the 7th. It continues to be 5-2. And we've got the top of the order for Cleveland. It's Escobar, Solarte, and Springer. And it will be Jared Hughes will continue. Will he? Yeah, Hughes has done well. He'll continue here. And this will be Alcides Escobar. That's a 6, I promise. A 6-3, and that's a fly ball left field X. Jason Worth has been busy as well. And Jason Worth, let's see here. Worth is a left fielder 4. A 4.8 is going to his E rating, which is a 4. We rolled a 7, and Worth is going to get to it. And the big bearded outfielder will make his way out to the left field, and he will make the catch. So there's 1 out, and Escobar is retired for the 2nd time today. He has set the table well for Yangervis Solarte, who's got 3 RBIs on the day. And so Yangervis Solarte sees the pitch from Hughes. It's a looping single out to center field. Solarte has got 4 hits now in a row. That's 3 singles and a triple. Solarte just is unstoppable today. And that would be George Springer. Yes, Al Red Sox fan, you are an over-under bet. Which inning will he hit the hay? as he says. And Jared Hughes gets Springer to hit one right back to him. Will he be able to make the play? So let's see here. He's a 4 range pitcher. A 4.16 is going to his E rating, which is a 22. Oh no, we rolled snake eyes. This might be trouble for Hughes. 22 and a 2. So a 4 through 6, and he's going to... we'll roll this one. A 4 through 6, and he will convert the double play. George Springer, and it's a 6. So Jared Hughes, it gets hit right back to him. It's hard, and he drops it. It hits the glove. He drops it, but he's got enough time to wheel and fire over to second and on to first for the double play. A 1-4-3 double play. Hughes almost blew it, but he's able to recover and take the time to make a nice throw to second to get Solarte, and the second baseman, Wong, with a strong jumping throw over to first, and they do convert the double play. So Hughes gets through 2, and Madison Bumgarner will continue here. He's got Machado, Worth, and Ramirez. Machado has struck out 3 times today against Bumgarner. He's not having a good day. And here he's got a 2-7, a 2-7. Well, he doesn't strike out, but he hits one hard. But Solarte, who's having the game of his life, he snags that one on a diving grab, and there's one out. Jerry Ball says after 2 innings, he's got the 42 Monarchs 0, the Pittsburgh Crawfords 0. And this is a Jason Worth. This is a fly ball out to right field. Bryce Harper, no need for the hat to fly off this time, as he makes a jogging catch, and there's 2 quickly out here. Madison Bumgarner cruising right along now, and he'll face Hanley Ramirez, who's got a hit. He's 1 for 3. But this is off Bumgarner's card, and it's a ground ball to second base. Solarte again, and what will it be? He's a second base 4 range, so not great. A 4 range and an 8 is going to his E rating, which is a 12. Well, we rolled low. We rolled a 3. That might be a problem. An E12, and we rolled a 3. That's going to be an error as it kicks away from Solarte. So he is human today as he makes an error. And Ramirez will be on the base. So, an error from Solarte. And we've got 3 errors in the ball game so far. So 1 on, 2 outs for Gerardo Parra. Lefty on lefty, and they actually are, I think they're going to pinch hit here. Yeah, they're going to go get Parra and bring in Eduardo Nunez. They're trying to match up lefty-righty here. Parra, being a lefty against Madison Bumgarner, is a tough bill. So they're getting Eduardo Nunez. He'll pinch hit, and he'll play left field. Grichuk will move to right. Oh, not Grichuk. Who is in left? Jason Worth is in left. Worth will have to move to right. Actually, he's better in right anyway. Let me fix this. Grichuk stays where he's at in center, and it'll be Worth moving to right. Okay, so Nunez is on. He'll face Madison Bumgarner, and it's a 3-5. A 3-5, he draws a walk. So a pinch hit walk, and that'll bring the tying run to the plate. And Randall Grichuk. The Cubs, the Bears. How you doing? Checking in here. He says, good evening to all baseball for the night crew. Let's play 3 tonight. Not for me. This time change has me jacked up. Grichuk is 2 for 3 against Mad Bum. If he can hit one out of here, he'll tie it up. It's a 5-6, a 5-6. Not going to be this time, as he is frozen on a pitch right down the middle of the plate. And he strikes out. That's 10 Ks for Mad Bum now. And he is through the 8th. It's a 5-2 ball game, as Cleveland looking to add a few more insurance runs before we hit the bottom of the 9th. It'll be Bryce Harper, Logan Morrison, and Brett Lowry. And we've already used our lefty, our one good lefty out of the bullpen. I can't use Hughes again. I really don't want to have to use... Man. Christian Friedrich, look at that card. It's terrible. All right, he's getting another chance against Tampa's better judgment. Christian Friedrich is getting another chance. If this doesn't work out, please remind me. Anytime that I want to bring Friedrich out, if this doesn't work out, just remind me in the chat. Do not bring Friedrich out. He's coming out now. The manager doesn't even look happy about it. Jarrett Hughes, though, he did his job. He went 2 innings. He gave up 1 hit, no runs. He struck out 1 and didn't walk anybody. Okay, Friedrich is on. And he'll face Bryce Harper and Logan Morrison. And oh boy, Tampa is playing with fire here, bringing in Friedrich. And it's a 1, oh no, a 1-7, and this has a chance to be a double for Harper. It's a 15, that's a double. So a leadoff double for Harper against Christian Friedrich. And Harper, and now it's Logan Morrison. Runner on second. I just know this isn't going to work out, but we'll try it again. A 1-5, and that's a ground ball, second base C. So the second baseman, Wong, gets to it. Harper breaks from second, and he's going to make it to third. But Logan Morrison gets thrown out at first. 1 away. So Friedrich has a man on third, and that's going to be all. They're going to go get him. He got the 2 lefties. He's got 1 out at third. And Friedrich's day is over. They're going to go to not him. Who can we get out of the bullpen? How about Carlos Villanueva? Carlos Villanueva comes on here. The Cubs, the Bears, you're in West Central Florida. Well, I may be in your territory later this summer, actually. The wife and I are taking a vacation in August for our 10th anniversary, and we're trying to figure out where to go. Fort Myers is on the list because her sister lives there, and she just had a baby. So we may go visit them for a little while, and then head up to St. Augustine, Tampa, just do the whole Florida tour. We'll see. That's one option. And the option out of the bullpen for Tampa is Carlos Villanueva. Friedrich, he went a third of an inning. He gave up a hit. And we'll see if that run scores. It's Bryce Harper at 1 out. The infield is in for Villanueva against Brett Lowry here. It's a 4-6, and he gets him to strike out. So a good start for Villanueva here, as that is the 3rd strikeout for Lowry today. 2 outs here. And now it's the Tampa Bay Man-Team killer here, Giovanni Soto. He's 2 for 4 on the day with a single and a homer, 2 RBI. And it's a 5. The infield is back again with 2 outs. A 5-7, and he gets Soto to strike out. So Villanueva comes in and strikes out the 2 men he needed to. And he cleans it up here for Friedrich. And that means Tampa has a chance here in the bottom of the 9th. No runs for Cleveland. We go to the bottom of the 9th. It's a 5-2 ball game. And Madison Bumgarner, will he get the call? Nope, he is not. They're going to the bullpen. They've got a good closer, and they're going to use him. It's Craig Kimbrell. So Kimbrell will come on to face Derek Norris, and then the top of the order of Wong and Crawford. Craig Kimbrell. So Mad Bum goes 8 innings. He gives up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 hits. 2 runs. Both of them earned. Struck out 10. And he walked 1 batter. So a strong start for Mad Bum. But he gives way to Craig Kimbrell. And it'll be Derek Norris to lead it off here. And Derek Norris against the righty. It's a 5-7, and Norris grounds out to Alcides Escobar. Pretty easy play for him. And there's 1 away. Here in the bottom of the 9th, a 3-run ball game. Colton Wong now, he's 0 for 2. He's struck out twice and been hit by pitches twice. And here he is facing the righty. That's a ballpark single chance, a 1-4, and it'll keep this thing going. It's a 6. So Wong smashes it, but right at the second baseman, Solarte. And there's 2 outs. It'll be up to Brandon Crawford to keep this thing rolling. And now Crawford, who's 1 for 4 on the day, faces Kimbrell. And this is a 3-8, a 3-8, and Crawford swings and misses, and this ball game is over. That's a strikeout for Kimbrell. And he goes 1, 2, 3 in the bottom of the 9th to make this one an easy one as Cleveland jumps out to a lead in the 5th and never looks back as Madison Bumgarner does the rest. And this one is a final, a 5-2 ball game today as Cleveland improves their record to 8-7. Tampa drops to 6-9. And a pretty tidy game. Let's see here. Villanueva, he went 2/3 of an inning. No hits, no runs. Struck out 2. So the loss goes to Colby Lewis. He gave up 5 runs, and he was sharp early, but he ran into some trouble. That home run from Soto, and then Escobar and Solarte, they did their work at the top of the order. The Cubs, the Bears, let me know about your anniversary trip. I might be able to provide a little guidance and maybe get a chance to say hi. Well, I will do that. If we end up going to Fort Myers, Tampa area, I'll let you know. We're thinking about San Diego, Las Vegas, all the regular stops. Maybe in Mexico. We'll see. Madison Bumgarner gets the win. Kimbrell goes an inning. He doesn't give up a thing. He struck out a batter. Didn't walk anybody. And he'll get the save. So that'll do it here. Let's see. Let me say thank you to some people. Seriously, you guys, every once in a while, I'm like, man, do I really want to play a game tonight? Especially tonight. I was laying down with my 3-year-old because he was being a little crazy. And I was trying to get him to go to sleep. So I said, I'll lay in your bed with you. So I laid down and I ended up like closing my eyes. And it was nice and comfortable while he was jumping around. And I thought, once this kid goes to sleep, do I really want to get up and go play a game? But then I thought, it's always fun. I've always got, 5 to 10 people watching, interacting in the chat. And you guys make me come back here and do this, because I just enjoy the conversation that you guys have, and I enjoy being able to share this game with you guys. So I just want to say thank you for being my motivation on certain nights. I need it more nights than others, and I appreciate you guys doing that. So let me say thank you to Chris Lamoth, who says, good game, Craig, thank you. Jerry Ball, you guys are great. Ken Castro, D. Scott Howard, the Cubs, the Bears, Al Red Sox fan. Who else did I miss? Did I say Chris Lamoth? If I said him twice, it's because he's twice as nice. I'm just kidding. D. Scott Howard, Al Red Sox fan. And all the rest of you guys that watch this after the fact, you guys are great. And like I said, you help me keep going on this thing. It's a long road that I've chosen to take for this league, longer than I expected. I'm already past a year doing this series, and no end in sight. And that's okay with me, because it's fun, and I appreciate you. So thumbs up to you. If you like it, make sure you leave me a thumbs up before you get on out of here. But that is all for me. Take care, and we'll see you on the next broadcast, which will be the Detroit Toracats with Buckholz. Is it Clay Buckholz? I can't remember. Buckholz on the mound against the Seattle Marill with Felix Hernandez. The Detroit Toracats are 6-8 against the Seattle Marill, which are third place in the AL at 9-5. So that should be a good one. I look forward to it, and hopefully that'll be tomorrow. If not, I'll let you know on my Twitter account. Check it out there on RNGIDP_Strat. And have a good night, guys. Thank you.